The dreaded oil cooler housing on the Jeep JK 2012 model. I had codes P0520 for the oil pressure sensor. I believe it's a faulty sensor. Here we go. I'm working on a P0520 and 522 code on my Jeep Wrangler. Check engine light comes on. I use the JK scanner app to identify those codes, P0520, P0522. And that, from what I'm seeing online, is related to the oil pressure sensor. And to replace that, you gotta get all the way down in the, underneath the intake manifold. The upper and lower you have to take off, and then you have to replace the oil cooler housing. So that sensor is part of that oil cooler housing. So right now I've got the upper taken off, and I'm starting to work on these injector connectors, which are not fun, but anyway, more to come. Okay, so these are the injector connectors you gotta remove to get the lower intake out. You gotta push that red tab up first, then you can push the black release tab and it comes right off. But the other side's gonna be tough. But anyway, that's how you get those out. You have to do that before you remove the lower intake. This last injector way back there, all the way in the back, underneath this bracket, is a pain in the butt. Way back there. Gotta release the locking tab, but okay, I got this thing off. The lower intake, pretty nasty. And there's my oil filter housing. And you know what? I had a little leak in the back. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's pretty apparent that it was leaking down here on the back side and down there. So might not have been the oil filter housing, but it was this gasket was leaking here. You can see the oil going that direction. So I'm gonna replace these gaskets as well, and that should fix that issue too. So 2-for-1 deal today, hopefully. But anyway, I don't see any oil collected down in the valley like everybody else has, so I guess that's good. But I need to replace this sensor anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace the whole unit while I'm at it. All right. Tell you what, look how flat these gaskets were. They're like nothing sticking up. They're completely crushed. I'll show you what it looks like after, but that's probably why I was leaking a little in the back. I replaced the gaskets with these Felpro gaskets, and on the lower intake manifold, I already done the upper side of it before when I was doing spoke plugs a while back, but you can see the huge difference. You know, those ones are super flat. Obviously, these will probably flatten over time as they're pulled down, but brand new gaskets should help with the leak that I had. All right, back again. I got it out, but man, the fluid just poured out after I got it out, so I'm gonna have to suck all that up. But and that hose clamp there, it's hard to get off in the back. I got it though, but I'm gonna have to clean this up. Be back. Okay, I went with the, I guess we're on Soto engine oil cooler filter. I went with a metal one. This is set up for the 2012 and 13 model year. Looks pretty good. Got the sensors with it, so very excited about that. So this one hopefully will last a little bit longer. Okay, back again. Got the new one in. Actually, it was not too bad getting it in. Harder to get it out, but the torque, my torque wrench is lowest setting is 120 inch-pounds, so I went with that. But everything looks good. And it's seated pretty easily for this aftermarket Amazon product. Putting the upper intake back in. To slide it over, you gotta slide it towards the passenger side. Make sure those bolts are pulled up, or just pull them out, because they get caught on the gaskets underneath. So I went ahead and did that, and it slid right in, because you gotta pull it over enough to get room for this these brackets on this side. So anyway, okay. Okay, started it up. Starting a little rough at first to get all the, the oil to circulate through, but now it sounds perfect. So I'm just gonna monitor it for about 10 minutes, see if there's any leaks underneath. But right now it sounds good to me. The exhaust in the garage pretty well. I should have done this outside, but anyway, it's good now.
It's a beautiful thing. A dick without a check engine light.